In the quiet hours of the night, along certain streets of Dhaka city, women dressed in saris sit waiting under dim streetlights. Their lips painted with striking lipstick, they wait for customers, those who will pay to indulge for a single night. Ishak stood on the roadside staring at the rain. It was 3 a.m. and he couldn't make it home. He had just finished his night shift at the office and was on his way back when the rain began pouring. He had no choice but to wait under the cover of a shop's awning for the rain to stop. From a distance, he noticed a young girl sitting alone in a sari. Ishak had no idea she was a night maiden. In fact, he didn't even know what that term meant. Yet, he couldn't help but stare at her, his gaze fixed. The girl noticed his eyes lingering on her and began walking toward him. As she approached, Ishak grew nervous. He pulled a cigarette from his pocket and lit it, trying to calm his nerves. The girl stopped in front of him and said, "Let's go, to your place, for the night." Ishak hesitated but eventually took her to his apartment. He lived alone in a flat in Dhaka. After letting her in, he went to the washroom to freshen up. When he returned to the room, the girl was sitting on his bed. She looked at him with a quiet intensity and let her sari's palu fall, revealing more of herself. Ishak was captivated, his eyes glued to her. She slowly began unbuttoning her blouse. It was mesmerizing for Ishak. He had never been married, nor had he ever seen a woman like this before, half naked, so vulnerable yet commanding. He couldn't stop himself. Step by step he moved closer to her, drawn like a moth to a flame. And then, from under the blanket, the girl pulled out a knife. Before Ishak could react, she plunged it into his chest over and over again. The fresh crimson blood poured out of him, staining the floor as life drained from his body. The girl stood over his lifeless body for a moment, her expression cold, then disappeared into the night. Titled The Night Maiden, The End.